Hey, Don here. Welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery. I'm trying to help you get your practice to the $1 million mark and beyond. I want to kind of talk about one of my mess ups here with Swift. So I've been using Swift, been about 6 months. So I'm usually an early adopter, and I was a little bit of a late adopter. And I think the main reason is because I got really good results with Cantharidin. But my main kind of explanation now for patients is, we can do Swift. Their research says about 4 treatments. Cantharidin, I typically find that it might take 8, and it tends to be more painful, right? I do also have a Cutera laser, and they might do something topical. If you want to learn about my whole treatment protocol, you can just go to patientpresentations.com. You can download my presentation. I don't want to go over that right now in depth. But I want to talk a little bit more about Swift and how I got kind of burned with Swift. Nothing against Swift. It was just my expectation. So when I was starting using Swift, I was introducing it to patients, and I think like a lot of us were concerned about price. And I was like, it's like $250 a session. I know other people maybe charge more, but I do $250 a session. And I said, and what I'll do is I'll guarantee it at 4. That's what I did in the beginning. So I had a patient come in. She had already had 4 sessions. I saw her 3 months later. She still had the warts, and I had to treat her. So how did I kind of make a lemon out of lemonade? Well, first of all, I probably should have checked with her if I made that agreement or documented it somewhere, because I forgot. And as she checked out, she was all upset, saying, "Hey, I thought you said that we I don't have to pay." So, and when patients say that, I don't remember what I say many times. I'm like, okay, I guess you're not going to pay. And she didn't pay for it. The tip, what is it like? They probably gave us some free tips, so it's probably no big deal. But then after the 4 sessions, then what I had them do is multimodal therapy. So what that meant, which we all do, is I put Cantharidin as well, and I prescribed them like a Miquimod. Why did I do that? A couple of reasons. One, to kind of break even, because it was I was prescribing something that's considered a level 4 visit, and then I also did lesion destruction, so I could bill that office visit for that. And so that kind of made up for, I think, the loss of the tip, and that's kind of what I'm going to be doing for this patient. Probably not going to do the prescription every time, of course, but I may do the Cantharidin, and kind of making them, after 4, if it doesn't work, then I'm going to make them kind of do combination therapy. So that's kind of one of my mistakes. One of the good things is some of my Swift marketing is working. I had a patient come in the other day, and they actually asked for Swift because they downloaded my little guide that I had on our website about Swift, and they were kind of interested. So if you want to see that guide, you can just go to my website, which is centralmasspodiatry.com, and if you go down to Swift or warts, it'll have a link to that guide. You can kind of see my marketing sequence. This is it's called a squeeze page, if you want to see it, and it's something I put together, and it kind of gives them information, has a little video on top, says they can make an appointment right there, or they can get the information. And that information, what it is you'll see it's a series of 3 or 4 videos that kind of go over topical, simple things with warts, and then a couple of written explanations. If you want to see this whole sequence and even like copy it, it's all within my Practice Mastery Academy. It's like all right there. Or if you email me, I'll send it to you. It's a Google Drive kind of document. If you want that, I'd be happy to send that. Just send me an email, don@podiatrypracticemastery.com, or if you're part of the Practice Mastery Academy, it's all in there under one of the master classes on Swift. So I recorded that a while ago. So once again, hope you guys found this beneficial. If you're using Swift, those are some tips. As I'm learning and making mistakes, I'll let you know. One thing I'm thinking about trying, I haven't tried it yet, was doing the IPKs or the porokeratomas with Swift. I haven't really done that. I just feel like $250 is kind of expensive for doing that. I guess I'm deciding that for the patient, whereas many times I just use a lesion destruction code and have them come back 6 months or a year later. So it's not really getting rid of it, but it's not all that painful for them. And then the other thing, they're kind of talking kind of off-label use would be using it for fungal toenails. I haven't tried that. If you've had any experience, let me know if it works. I think it's a good idea. I just don't want another thing that doesn't work. Like, I have a Cutera that doesn't work, I have a Lunia that doesn't work, I have a Remy that doesn't work, in my opinion, and then I'm going to have Swift now that doesn't work. And so I wish I had something and I really believed in it. If you do believe in it, please email me and let me know. I want to be your friend. I want to learn what I'm doing wrong, but I still don't think these things work. I wish they did. There might be something coming out, but I'd love to learn with you, and we could talk about it if you want. Okay, have a great day, guys.